Like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell. Now to the video. Hello guys, Demon here, and today we are reviewing The Dragon Prince Season 2. And oh boy, is there a lot to talk about in this season. We're going to review the whole season like we did with the last season. I'll put that one in the description below if you want to watch that video before you watch this one. Excuse me. But let's talk about The Dragon Prince Season 2. First off, I want to mention one reference I saw in there that I can still remember, because I'm pretty sure there's a few references in there that I can't remember. But there's one in there. It was a Sailor Moon reference. I just wanted to mention that because there's a few in there that I obviously can't remember. But that's the one that stuck out to me the most. There's a Sailor Moon reference where she's just like, boo. I'm just saying, it was pretty funny. Okay, so let's talk about this season. Was it good? Was it bad? What exactly happened? So first off, I would say this was a pretty good season. A little bit slower paced than the first season. A little bit too slow in my opinion. It could have been faster. They dedicated like 2 episodes to a flashback. And personally, I don't hate flashbacks. It depends on the flashback. Sometimes they can be really good and really informative, but this one was really boring. It was just kind of like a way to tell a extra story. I kind of felt like it was like filler time, sort of. Even though I felt like they could have like progressed the plot line more, but it was just like, no, we're gonna tell this stupid flashback instead. It was just kind of like boring and a waste of time, to be honest. The second part of the flashback, like the second episode of the flashback, was probably the better part of it, but it was still not interesting. It was not interesting at all. It was just kind of like, oh, that's how Soren's mother died, I guess. That's cool. Uh, okay. It was just kind of just like a waste of time, in my personal opinion. But maybe you liked it. So, anyways, this whole series starts off with the two bad kids, I guess teenagers, finding our three protagonists, and obviously they're talking and stuff like that. They don't try to kill them super fast, or the boy does not try to kill them super fast. At the end, they try to capture them and take them home and try to kill the elf girl. Man, I'm not good with names. I don't remember their names. All I remember is Soren. And by the way, I was pleasantly surprised that they had a trope in there, but it was kind of reversed. I was actually pretty surprised by that, and I was pleasantly surprised because the elf girl, I forgot her name again, but she actually almost said that she loves Soren. I think that's his name. I think that's Soren, right? Yeah, it's Soren. So she actually almost said, I love you to Soren when he was waking up from this thing that we'll get into a little bit later. So I really like that because usually it's the guy that falls in love with the girl, but I do enjoy the ones where the girl starts falling in love with the guy first. I'm sure that they're going to start having feelings for each other, but it seems like she's already having feelings for him, which is pretty interesting because so far it seems like both of them have had like mutual friendship feelings, but it seems like she's starting to get those feelings. That's pretty interesting, and I like that they reversed it. Usually it's the other way around, but they reversed it. Very rarely do you see that in like TV shows and movies. But it was very interesting to see that, and I do like that. So, like kudos. So, anyways, the plot line basically evolves like them escaping these two people, then going on their journey. Obviously, they don't make it too far, to be honest. They only make it to the other side of the magic. They make it to the magic land, but the young prince is going home to like take over his kingdom, to rule his kingdom. You know, so it's very interesting to see like the plots are separating. Soren's going with the elf girl. The young prince is going home to take over the kingdom, and Soren and the elf girl are running into the big dragon that we see in the like the big dragon that we see with like the sun, almost little sun crown thing on him. It's very interesting to say the least. This thing's slipping off my face. But it's very interesting to say the least that that's what they ran into in the last episode. 9 episodes long, by the way. So they run into him, and it seems like something interesting to happen. And Soren also can use magic by himself because humans can't use magic. But it turns out he could use magic now, and you could kind of tell that was going to happen in the show as soon as the elf, the illusionist elf, I'm going to call her. As soon as she told him he cannot use magic anymore without that thing, you kind of knew like he's going to be able to use magic eventually. It just took him to the second last episode of the show to use it. The second last episode of the season 2 to use it. So you can already tell that. So that was kind of a lame plot point, I guess. But it's pretty interesting to see that they made it to the magic realm. Although they would have made it there sooner if we didn't have like 2 episodes of filler, but whatever. So they made it there, and now we just gotta see what happens because they're in front of a giant dragon that we don't know what's gonna happen because people are not supposed to be there. Only magic things are supposed to be there, but I guess he's magic now, so maybe he'll be accepted. I'm not sure. But he's still on his mission for peace. The evil father, I'm going to call him because I forgot his name. He actually is working with an evil elf now that was in a mirror. It was kind of just like thrown in there almost. It's kind of just like, why is that there? He's like, this mirror has something to do with something, and then he opens it up, and it's an evil elf that's evil and obviously manipulating him, and we're probably going to be like, oh, the whole time he was being manipulated. So you can totally tell where this story is going to go with that elf. And he also sends out elf assassins that he creates to the other nations to make them follow him. Because he wants a war between the magic and the humans. So, probably so he can get power. More power, I should say. And the evil elf is willing to help him because I'm assuming the evil elf is trapped somewhere where he can release him. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see that. But yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, this whole season was pretty good as a whole. Of course, there's a few things that I did not like about, like the whole like 2-part garbage backstory. That was kind of dumb. That's basically the main point I thought was dumb. And plus, like the slow pacing of it. It seemed way too slow. It was just like, oh, this episode we're gonna focus on this, so that's great. We only went like a little bit, and we finally made it to the magic place at the end. And I'm assuming in season 3 they're gonna continue the story, and I hope it gets better. I hope it is better. So yeah, all in all, the season pretty damn good, and let's just wait and see what happens, I guess. But let's talk about the other stuff. Let's talk about like the animation and stuff like that. So, if you watch the first season, I should say, the animation was okay. It had a lot of stutters. Like every time you watch it, it'd be like like you could see like the stutters. You could see like the stuttery. It was like really like stopped and moved and stopped and moved and stopped and moved. It was really stuttery. This one definitely has that. You can definitely see it still, but it's less. It's to a lesser degree. They're getting better at it. It's almost gone, but it's still there slightly. So maybe by next season, if this one makes enough money, I assume, or if they like tweak it a little bit more, it will be completely gone because it's still there, but not as noticeable, but still noticeable. So the story feeling is still there, but almost gone. The animation is getting better as a whole. I would think it's pretty the same, but it's still a little bit better. You know, it's like a small little increase in quality. There was a couple of things I saw in there that were kind of like kind of creepy, almost uncanny valley like. Like in the flashback scene when they came home, they had like they were like this parade of people surrounding them, but they were all just still because they didn't want to animate them moving, obviously. So they're all just still, and they all just look like these lifeless, I don't know, lifeless paintings almost. It was really weird. I'll probably put it around here somewhere, along with the other pictures. It will be like these. It's like really weird because they're like almost lifeless. It's like lifeless, sorry, and you can just tell that they were just lifeless. It's just like, ew, like that's bad animation for sure. So the animation could use some work still. Get on that, guys. Um, Sound pretty good. Plot line so far. It seems like it's getting interesting, yet it seems like it's still kind of followable, and it seems like it's still a little bit too tellable. It's just like, ooh, I can tell that's gonna happen. You should probably like make it more so I can't tell it's gonna happen. Uh, all in all, though, it was a pretty good season. Um, Not as good as the first season, to be honest. The first season had more substance to it, in my personal opinion. But this season has more. Uh, no, it doesn't have more of anything, to be honest. Although it does put up an interesting relationship between the elf girl and Soren. I cannot wait to see where that goes because I'm a sucker for love stories, especially when it's gonna be complicated. So that's gonna be fun to watch where it goes. Very fun. Because obviously he's gonna find out somehow, and maybe he's even gonna get feelings for her. Who knows? Sorry about that weird cut there. I just want to pick on a few things that I missed in the review section of this. First off, what did I miss? Oh yeah, we saw him use dark magic for the first time. I don't think I covered that. So we saw him do dark magic for the first time, which was very interesting. Which made him go into this dreamlike state, which actually reminded me kind of BoJack Horseman, which was very interesting to see nonetheless. And that's how he got his affinity to the wind, because you could totally tell that was going to happen, and you could totally say like, oh, this is when he's going to get it, which is very interesting. And also, this is where the part where the elf girl almost says that she loves him, like, so it's interesting. And we also see that the two evil siblings, I'm going to call them that, we see that the brother breaks his back so he can't move, but then the sister actually kills something, it's a deer, brings her magical power to him to fix his spine. And we see her hair, like part of her hair turn white. So, I don't know what that means exactly. Maybe she's turning more evil because of it. Or maybe something else. But definitely something happened there where her hair turned white. Maybe she used some of her own life force to do it. I'm not sure. But now he's healed and she is also normal, I guess, because she almost passed out from it. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happened in that situation. It's going to be very interesting to see that. Other than that, have I missed anything else? I probably have missed some other stuff. The evil dad got captured, and I'm sure he's going to be released, and the elf's still working with him. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see next season. Probably going to have to wait till next year, though. Probably early next year. Which is going to suck, because that's, what is that, like 10 or so months away? Well, until then, wait around to watch the next review. Watch some of my other content too, because you'll like it. And as always, our friends, stay sane. Wait. Hit the bell, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Stay sane. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, because I know I did. But anyways, I hope you liked it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell for notifications. And that's pretty much it. Do it because she wants you to, and I do too. So subscribe, watch the videos, hit one of these things on the screen right now. Okay, bye-bye, peace.